Let me give you a quick summary of the previous video. We were trying to understand the number e. Now the number e occurs when we try to find out the derivative of this thing here. Now in the past, when we were trying to find out the derivative of, let's say, x squared here, we would somehow use some sort of cunning trick in order to get the a's to cancel each other out. Or when we were trying to find out the derivative of sine of x, we would use some sort of cunning trick in order to settle this thing here. Because as h tends to 0, you're going to get 0 over 0 here. We would use some sort of cunning trick in order to settle this thing here. Now, when you're trying to find out the derivative of a to the power of x, we're going to need to use some sort of cunning trick in order to settle this thing here. Now, the first step in using the first step in trying to settle this thing here is for you to find out the number e. Now the number e is you trying to find out this magical number here, where the gradient at x equals 0 is dead on 1. So in order for us to settle this thing here, we're going to need to find the number e. We're going to need to find out this magical number, and finding this magical number is just the first step. Once we've got our magical number e here, we're going to need some other cunning tricks in order for us to settle this thing here. Okay, so finding the number e is just the first step. Then we're going to have to use some sort of cunning tricks along the way in order for us to settle this thing here. So finding the number e is just the first step. But for you to use these sort of cunning tricks here, you're going to need to understand logarithms, and that's going to be our next aim. Our next aim is to understand logarithms. Okay. So yeah, so in order for us to settle this thing here, we're going to need to find the number e, and finding the number e is just the first step. Along the way, we're going to need to use other cunning tricks in order for us to settle this. Okay, so in the next few videos, we're going to try and understand logarithms. Okay.